In the previous video, you saw how to manually create parcel objects. Pretty cool, but what if you could get Civil 3D to draw them for you? Let's find out how to make that happen. We're going to look at another tool on the Parcel Creation Tools toolbar, or the Parcel Layout Tools toolbar. So I'll launch that toolbar, and we're going to go to this drop down here, where you'll see a series of commands: slide line create, slide line edit, swing line create, swing line edit, and then freeform create. We're going to stick to the create options in these next few videos, starting with slide line create. And this is the one you're going to use most often. I'm going to launch that tool, and you'll notice that the toolbar expands, first of all, and we'll get to those values in just a moment. But for now, I'm going to choose my style and my style of my parcel and the style of my area label. Now, the parcel style is going to stay the same, but I'd like to try a different area label this time called parcel number and acres. I'll click OK, and now we're ready to take a look at these values here. Some key values, I only want you to worry about these for now. First is minimum area. We want this to be 1/3 of an acre. So I'm going to type in 0.33 ACRE and press enter. And the software will automatically convert that into square feet for me, so roughly 1/3 of an acre. Next, I want to set the minimum frontage to 100, and then I want to make sure that automatic mode is off. In an upcoming video, we'll talk more about some of these other values, but for now, we just want to see the slide line create tool in its simplest form. But let's talk about what we have set so far. We're setting the area of the lot to 1/3 of an acre. So that's a minimum, and we're also setting the minimum frontage to 100 feet. So as we create these lots that we're about to create, Civil 3D is looking at these minimum values and actually designing the lots for us. Now, the automatic mode is a little bit tougher to explain, and for now we'll let that as is and talk about it later. So now I'm ready to actually get started with creating a parcel. Notice the prompt on the command line says select parcel to be subdivided. So to do that, I'll click the label of the parcel. The next prompt is to define the frontage. So basically, define the area that I'm going to be designing along by defining the frontage. So frontage is area along the road. And to define it, I'll use my O-snaps. And I'll start by the endpoint here. Notice this line that follows me along. The only reason this works is because I'm working along a parcel object. If this were just an arc or a polyline, I wouldn't be getting this graphic right now. This has to be a parcel object. And I'll bring it right around, and I'm actually going to snap to the end right here. So now that defines the frontage, or basically the zone. I'm starting here and ending here. And this is my work area, if you want to call it that. Next, it says I can create a parcel by a specific angle. 99.999% of the time, this is just going to be 90 degrees. So you want to go perpendicular to the frontage. Unless you have an odd lot or some weird obstacle that you're trying to work around, this is always going to be 90 degrees. So you can either type it in or you can just press enter, because the default is 90 degrees. And then what I get is a preview. So Civil 3D took that information that I provided, the frontage, the minimum area, the minimum frontage that I want for the lot, and it's giving me a preview of the lot. Now I'm going to try to click and zoom in here on that preview. It's not going to let me do that, but I can choose to either accept the result, or I can click no and go back into these values and make some changes. Let me go ahead and accept the result. I can click yes, or I can press enter. And then I'll just press escape. You can see that the preview moved on to the next lot. I don't want to create any additional lots just yet, so I'll hit escape. And we'll take a look at that individual lot that Civil 3D created for me automatically. You can see the area is 0.33 acres. And actually, if I want to find out more information about this parcel, I can always select it and either right-click and go to Parcel Properties, or go to Properties up here on the ribbon, and here we see some information like the parcel area, perimeter, the number, and so on. If we were to do a quick measurement just from point to point, I realize this is a straight line, but I'm just going to type in DI and do a distance measurement. Actually, I want to measure here. We see that that's just over 100 feet. So our lot has been designed for us and laid out for us. And the reason this tool is called a slide line create command is because we're taking this line and we're sliding it along the frontage until we meet the minimum area and minimum frontage that we've supplied, and also some of the other values in that dialog. So that's slide line create, and I could have continued on and created another parcel here and here and here by sliding that perpendicular along the frontage. So now we're really beginning to harness the power of Civil 3D. We supplied a few parameters and let Civil 3D do the designing for us. Keep watching because it gets even better.